Hey, everybody. How has your weekend been? I like these 3-day weekends, but I'm ready to kind of get back in the groove of things too. So, anyhow, how are you? My name is Gina. I am an online e-commerce reseller. I currently sell on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace, with eBay being my number one platform. I also have a booth at a local antique mall, and that's about it. Anyhow, I'm not sure if anybody's going to show up tonight just because it is Memorial Day. And I know that everybody goes out and about and does things on the holiday weekends. So anyhow, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to do some listing. And then I'm also going to do some cross posting because I know that in the past there have been a couple of people that have come into my lives that have been curious about cross posting and specifically about List Perfectly. And since that is what I use to cross post, I thought I might show what it's like to go through the process of cross posting on List Perfectly. So that's the plan tonight. Of course, there'll be a lot of gabbing in between. Probably more gabbing than anything else because that's usually what happens when I get on here. And we'll just play it by ear and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and get started on my listing and wait for some people to show up. And we'll go from there. I will tell you a little bit about what I am listing tonight. What I am listing are some items that were my mother's. She was a collector of sorts. And she passed away almost exactly a year ago. Next week will be 1 year. And I'm getting rid of some of her things because that's what she wanted me to do with them. So no dolls tonight. If Paul sees this, Philly Flipper, if you see this, no dolls tonight, I promise. I won't scare you with creepy dolls. But we're going to get started. It's mainly some glassware, some pottery, things like that. Nothing of any extreme value, but some value, and some is better than none. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And I'm just going to pick something randomly. I've got a little creamer or milk pitcher, ceramic. It is not marked, but it is very pretty. Here, I'll show you a little close-up of it. It is very pretty. My mother she collected dolls, but she also collected creamers, and this is one of hers. Since there are no markings, I'm going to start off by using my phone and Google Lens to see if I get any hits on what it might be. I'm not expecting to, but it has surprised me before. No exact hits on this, which is fine. I'm going to scroll just a little bit further down just to make absolutely sure I'm not getting a hit on it. And very similar, but not exact. So that's not it. All right, good enough. Hello to the one person who is in here that's not saying hi. Say hi. Don't be afraid. I don't bite. No. Anyhow, get my screen sharing going. Hey, Chandra, how are ya? I understand that you're listening and listing. That's what I do when I go to other people's lives. So that's fine. I just was curious who was here. So you go ahead and do your listing. That's why I do these lives when I do them, mainly to make myself list. I can't find excuses not to this way. So share screen. Window. There we go. All right, wrong one. Let's do this one. Nope, not that one. Let's do that one. There we go. It's pretty. I like it. I wish there was a marking on it though, but there's not. That's all right. I'm just going to look up milk pitcher. Ceramic milk pitcher. Just to get an idea of what they're selling for on eBay. Well, I know it's not $175 worth. I do sort mine from highest sale price to lowest. That way I get a idea of the range. I really don't think this is an expensive one by any means, so I'm kind of scrolling past some of these higher priced ones. That's a cutie patootie. I like that piggy creamer. That is cute. Or milk pitcher. Excuse me. All right, now we're getting back into the area that I'm thinking is going to be valued at somewhere between $10 and $15. So what we're going to do is go ahead and list it at, I think I'll list it at $17.99 because I can always accept an offer later for a little bit less. All right. Vintage unmarked milk pitcher or creamer, white with flowers and blue blut is the word I typed. Nice blue trim. And while I'm at it, I will go ahead and measure it for height. And if there's room, I will put that in the title as well. It is 4.5 inches tall. There we go. So I'll go ahead and copy that. Copy. Whenever it's something from my mom, I'll put gift or I'll put mom, something like that, just so that I have an idea of where it came from and it doesn't make me go, why don't I have how much I spent on it? Because I use custom label to put my cost of goods in there and also the location. And if I don't have a cost of goods in there, it makes me think that I just didn't put it in there. But if I put in gift, then I know that I didn't have any cost of goods. All right. And I'm going to put it under jugs and pitchers. And we're going to put it under collectibles. Condition is used. And let me just double check to make sure there's no chips. There's a small one on the bottom. If you don't know, use your hands, not your eyes, to find chips because your hands are more sensitive. And you will find the smaller chips that way that you might overlook if you're just looking at the item. So there are just some very small chips on the bottom. So I'm typing a couple of very small chips on the base of the item, unseen when used. See photographs. All right, color is not blue. Thank you for filling that in incorrectly. The color is white. Material is ceramic. Pitcher, brand is unbranded. I could put capacity in there, but I'm not going to take the time to do that right now because it would take me out of the room. It is an original. It's not really a creamer, but I'm going to mark it as a creamer and then I'll mark it as a milk pitcher as well. Cover all my bases because it could be used as a creamer. But technically, I think it is a milk pitcher. Vintage, yes. Time period, I don't necessarily know. It is not antique. Country of manufacturer is unknown. There is no character. It is not handmade. It is 4.5 inches tall. And diameter. 3 inches in diameter. Yes, definitely less than 1 gallon. You are correct. All right. No warranty, no model, no compartments. Number of items in set. Well, it doesn't give me the option of 1, so I'll leave that blank. Pattern is flower. Shape, style, theme, wood tone, air. Okay, good enough. So I copy my title as the first line of my description. And then I'm going to scroll back up here. Copy my condition description. Put that in. And, oops. And then we're going to put diameter is 3 inches at top. Okay. Get my tape measure put away. I have a small desk, so I have to keep everything put away. Oh, Paul, just move along. Just move along. I talked about you at the very beginning of this, and you weren't here, so you're just going to have to watch the replay to see what I said about you. No, in all honesty, my internet went out earlier today. I wasn't going to say that, but it is true. All right, let's see how much this weighs. This is what I'm listing, Paul. It is a little over a pound, so 1 to 2 pounds is what it will ship at. 3%. Save as draft. I'm not going to tell you whether it was good, bad, horrible. You're just going to have to watch it. That's what you get for being late. All right. Let me take some photos really fast. I wasn't sure I was going to go live. Just the day got away from me. So I didn't prepare by pre-taking photographs. And why is my phone not taking a photograph? What's going on here? You jinxed me, Paul. You jinxed me. There we go. Just need to restart it, I guess. All right, let me get some close-ups of these tiny little chips. If they will even focus. Okay. Photos are taken. Paul, you really should watch the beginning. I can find a doll. I have a doll within arm's reach if you would like. I have no problem with doing another doll. I was trying to be nice to you. But I do have one. I'm tired of the dolls too. Trust me. I'm also tired of my 50% off sale. It ends in a little under 5 hours, and I'm ready for it to end. I will probably put another sale on, but it won't be for 50%. I just wanted to get rid of some inventory. And I did some. All right, loading those photos. As soon as they get loaded, then I will finish this listing. I want to do like 2 or 3 listings, and then I'll open up List Perfectly and show you how I cross post. And if you do not use List Perfectly, if you're interested in it, I will be going through it here in a little bit. I love it. For the most part. I mean, it has its issues, just like eBay has its issues, and Mercari has its issues, and Marketplace has its issues. All apps are going to have their issues. All right. Photos are loaded into the listing. So, I always hit the wrong button first. I can resume draft. And take a look. My dog's being mouthy. What? No, not right now. You're not getting up on my lap. Sorry. Oh, yep. Bark, bark, bark. I don't know if you can hear him. He's being very mouthy. You watched it, huh? Yes, I didn't want to do dolls either. Trust me, I have plenty that I could do, but I don't want to tonight. Plus, they take time to identify if they're not already in their boxes. And that's boring, unless you like dolls, which, as you know, I do not. So, just darkening these up a little bit. Cannot seem to get the lighting correct on my phone. Or if I do, then the next thing I photograph is totally different. So it's just easier to change everything on here. Paul, have you had a good weekend? Or are you walking the dog? Oh, wait, there's that Cameron. I don't know why. I have a terrible time keeping you two straight. No, that's Cameron that was walking the dog the other night because he was in Oregon. That's right. Or Washington, one of the two. Where does he live, Oregon or Washington? I think Oregon. Almost finished here. Yeah, like I was afraid of, the chips aren't really going to show up very well because they're very small. All right, ready to list and listed. Let me go put this up real quick. Okay. And yeah, Oregon. I thought so, but I wasn't positive. Oh, okay. I'm sure you do have a dog that you walk. I have a dog that I walk too, but Saturday's live, he was mentioning that he was listening to my live while he was walking the dog. That's what I was thinking of. Come here. Come here, buddy. Okay, you want it up in my lap, and now that I have time, there you are. Come here. Come say hi. And then maybe you'll go take a nap. Huh? Oh, fat man. Hi. Hi, Paul. I'm not a doll either. You're a good boy. You're just mouthy at times. Yes, you are. You're mouthy at times. All right. Say goodbye. Ruh-roh. Okay. Now go lay down. I'm not picking you back up. We're not playing that game. All right. What else do I have? Oh, I have this. I wanted to get listed, so I'll pick it next. Let me tell you a little bit of story. This is a false graph piece. Now, as a general rule, I don't pick up false graph because it's pretty much saturated the market. And well, I had to learn that the hard way, so I've learned it. But their Christmas patterns seem to go pretty well. And this is Santa and his reindeer on a sleigh, or Santa on the sleigh and his reindeer. The reindeer aren't on the sleigh. And then the other side is, some skaters, sledders. And again, like I said, this is my mom's stuff, so I don't have any money into this. But I'll tell you a little story. Still have a couple of pieces of it, but last early fall, I think it was, I went to our local Goodwill, and they had an entire shelving unit full of Falstaff Christmas dishware. And it all still had the stickers on it. So some store had donated it to Goodwill. Had to have. I bought almost all of it. I would have bought more of it, but they have such a weird pricing system. Some of it they had priced way too high. Anyhow, I bought the stuff that wasn't priced way too high. And wow, that was a great deal I made. I couldn't believe how fast it went out. Just sold. Before I knew it. I still have a couple of pieces, some of the less desirable pieces, but it was all right. So keep an eye out for the Christmas Falstaff. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I'm going to Google Lens. I can't remember. It's been a while since I listed any of this. I can't remember the pattern on this. So I'm hoping it'll tell me. Why not? Why aren't you? Why are you being difficult? Oh, that's all right. I'll tell you what I'll do. See if I still have any listed on my own. We'll do it that way. Come on, computer. Oh, my nose is itching. Darn allergies. Tired of them. Let's see if I have any Falstaff listed. I guess I could share my screen again so you can see what I'm doing. Come on, computer. Don't lock up on me. My gosh. What is happening here? There we go. And then made me misspell it because I got impatient. Do I have any of this pattern left? Because I think it's Snow Village. All right. Let's look at replacements.com. Make sure I've got the right pattern before I go any further. Looks right, but piece type. All right, I'll do it this way. Do not go by replacements pricing, by the way. Yeah, it is. It's Snow Village. It's out of stock. That's a good sign. But don't go with their pricing because their pricing is crazy high. All right. So Falstaff, Snow Village, Gravy Boat. Okay, there are 10 for sale, although that's not a gravy boat. All right, let's look at solds. $12.40, $15.99. I was going to go with about $15, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh, I hate my screen sometimes. There we go. Excellent used condition. Double check. Make sure there's no chips. Not a one. Oh my God, I can't type tonight. And it is how tall? Roughly 4 inches. We'll go with that. And gift. I'm going to list this under my holiday category and my collectible category. It is used with no condition issues. It is a gravy boat. Hey, Angie, how are you? I was wondering if you'd show up today. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to do this at $16.99 because I can take an offer for less. And you weigh how many pounds? Angie, just letting you know, this is what I'm listing right now. It's a piece of false graph. Ooh, and I need to clean it before I photograph it. It has what I suspect is Goodwill tag residue. That took care of it. All right. You weigh 1.5 pounds. So 2 pounds once packed up and ready to go. Boosting at 3%. Save, and let me get this photographed real fast. Angie, I was letting the others know I'm going to list about 3 items, and then I'm going to cross-post them using List Perfectly because I've had some questions about List Perfectly. And I thought this would be a good way of showing people what it's all about. So this is the second item. I'm going to list one more before I do that. Okay. All right. I'm going to get these loaded onto my listing. Did you have a good day? I know you said it was long, but I bet it was a good day too, wasn't it? Well, I'm glad that you're here, that you can see what List Perfectly is all about. I really like it. I was on the fence for quite a while, but once I got it, and it was a friend of mine who I always seem to run into at Goodwill, she talked me into it, and best thing I ever did. It's not cheap, but it pays for itself really quickly, in my opinion. I don't know. He's been awfully quiet, so he may have left. I'm not sure. I'll bring this back up for a second. Ooh, mowing. I actually used to love mowing. I just don't have to do it now where I live. So that is nice. All right. Photographs are in the listing. Bring this back up and you can see the photographs and how I edit them, because I do edit them. Somebody just slammed their door outside. No matter what I do, I can't seem to get this background completely black unless I make it like really dark here, and I don't want to do that. So I find a happy medium. Phil has a tendency, Phil, see, you got me saying it. Paul has a tendency to come in, say howdy, and then disappear on me. I've noticed. That's fine. He's busy. I get it. But he doesn't say goodbye. Just leaves me hanging. Thanks. It's not as bad as some of them. Some of them, well, right now I have my light box with the black sheet on it. I like that better for light colored items. I just get tired of having to change it back and forth all the time. So I try to do a lot of the same type of listings at once. I use either a black or a white background per eBay's wishes. I felt really bad. I had a friend the other day mention to me she had this great shelf that would be wonderful for me to stage all of my items on, you know. And I told her, I said, well, I kind of follow eBay's direction on that, and I just use plain backgrounds, plain black and white backgrounds. And she was surprised, but she got it. I said, well, I want my items to be searchable. So if they say to use a black or white background, that's what I'm going to do. It's always nice when Paul shows up. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm not at all. I love it every time he shows up. I just like to give him hell. He's fun to pick on. Okay, that is now done. I will list it. I'm going to go put this up and be right back. Something I want to go back and check, though, before I do the third one. I wanted to keep track of something, and it'll make itself clear when I get to the cross posting. So give me just a second here. Active listings. I need to note how much each of those weighs. It happens, and thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate it. Oh, that is not what I want. Change the start date to the most recent. I want to look up the weight on these two things that I've listed tonight, because there are different levels of the List Perfectly application, different subscription levels, and I do not have the highest level. It's too expensive for me. What's happening here? That's not what I wanted. So it doesn't automatically transfer the shipping weight, and so I always have to make a note of that when I'm cross-posting so I can add it in on List Perfectly. Hello, I'm trying to get to my most recent, not my oldest listings. Come on. There we go. Pretty sure they were both 2 pounds, but I don't want to make that mistake. Wow. I think Paul comes in here, makes a comment about my internet, and just to jinx my internet. Wow. Work for me. I really do. It seems like every time he says something about my internet connection, that's when it goes all wonky. I will go live on Saturday at 7 o'clock. But you can always watch this later. Like I said, if you're interested in List Perfectly, check it out after after the live's over and rewatch it, because I am going to go over that a little bit. I don't know how in-depth I'm going to get. Depends on how many people are interested, but it'll give you a good foundation for helping you decide whether you want to try to use it or not. But enjoy TV. I don't personally have cable, so I don't get to watch very much live TV. So enjoy yourself. What is happening here that I can't get my most recent ones to come up? I'm starting to get frustrated with my internet. Thank you, Paul. What is going on? Oh, well, okay. I guess enjoy it. I'm not much of a Western fan, unless it's Bonanza or the Rifleman. There, finally got it to load. All right, I want to just write down the weights on these. It's all Paul's fault. You know, let's see if he watches this later, or if he's just lurking now. I think my next live on Saturday, I'm going to just title it, It's All Paul's Fault. See what happens. Yeah, 2 pounds. Okay. Hey, Celestine. Adventures of Wyatt Earp. Oh, yeah, okay. You know, put me on your phone. It's got to be more interesting. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. To each his own. And if he likes it, then let him enjoy it. Celestine, I'm going to be going over List Perfectly in a little bit. I know you were interested in it at one point, so you might want to check it out with me. I'm not sure what's going on with my computer, but I've about had it. What is going on? Why is my computer doing weird things? I guess I should have restarted my computer before the live. Take care, Angie. All right, there we go. Get this loaded before it freaks out on me again. I'm just checking the weight on these 2 items that I listed, Celestine, because I forgot to note them as I was listing them, and I need that for List Perfectly. Now, I clicked edit. Wow. $1 to 2 pounds. Okay, that's all I needed. My goodness, that was way too difficult for what it was. Frustrating. Create listing. Okay, now I'm going to list something else, and I'm going to pick these mugs. These are things that were my mother's, so not anything of huge value, but other than some sentimental value, but quite honestly, she just had too much stuff for me to keep everything. So these are, hang on. Bring this up here where I can show you. This is a set of 2 home and garden party mugs. Got fruit on them. A little bit of sponge painting type trim. And they are, I can't see if I've got it upside down. There we go. Home and garden party. My mom bought a lot of home and garden party over the years. Checking them for any type of chips. And there are none. That's good. I don't think she probably even used these. They are dated 2005, so they're not quite vintage, but they're close. So let's see if we can find any comps. Oh, ooh, home, garden, party, stoneware, mugs. Okay. Let's see, I didn't look to see how many there were. 34. Okay, I can scroll through all these then. Just looking for the same pattern because I don't know the name of the pattern. It just says fruit pattern. Okay, that's helpful. Fruit. Okay, I'll just say fruit then. That's fine. Fruit design. Although that says 2003. Am I reading this wrong? No, that's very clearly 2005. Italian fruit. That makes more sense. Okay. Home and garden party. Let's just click on this. 4 of them sold for $30. So I was thinking, listing them for like 17. So that's not far off. I just want to see if there's a measurement in here. No, just says 3 inches and 4 inches. I was looking for capacity, but that's okay. All right. Set of 2 home and garden party, Italian fruit, coffee, tea mugs, stoneware, 4 inches tall. Double check. Don't just take the word of another lister, another seller's measurements. Always check yourself and see it's off. It's 3.75 inches tall, not 4 inches tall. Oh, did you get some moon pies? Did you win? I had to leave early. So I don't know whether you won or not. What we're talking about for people who are maybe watching this later, Celestine and I both play bingo on Cajun Roots Resellers channel on Monday afternoons or early evening, however you want to look at it. And I won last week, and Celestine, oh, you didn't win. You just bought some vanilla ones. I thought you were saying that you won vanilla ones today. I couldn't get any numbers hardly. But you got the vanilla? Why vanilla? I mean, no offense. That would be probably the last one I would choose. The strawberry ones were really good though. And they're all gone. They're all gone. I ate them all. I actually thought about going to Dollar Tree myself today, but it's out of town. We don't have one here in town. They didn't have banana. Everybody says banana's the best. All right, we're getting this listed. Condition used. No condition issues. I'm going to try some of the other ones now that I didn't think I'd like them. I'll be real honest. I didn't think I would like them, but I do. You were scanning items. Oh, you mean like for the sale price thing that they do? Where you can find steals? I'm confused. Oh, saw a cleaner that's on eBay, $15.50, free shipping for 2. Okay. I saw a cleaner that's on eBay, $15.50 free shipping for 2. Oh, yeah, and it's Dollar Tree, so everything's $1. Sorry, I don't know. I was having a brain fart. So you could have gotten 2 of them for $2, but how heavy is the item? Because with free shipping, that's going to be a big deal. Just something to keep in mind, because if they're cleaners, they're usually fairly heavy. I don't know what kind of cleaner it is, so. Yeah. So see, you're talking 2 pounds plus your box. So you're talking probably a 3-pound box. That's going to take most of your profit in shipping, because you're going to have to ship it priority. And depending on the cleaner, you might have to ship it ground, which actually is cheaper, but still, it's still going to take quite a bit of your money in shipping. Yeah. The way that I looked at it, because I used to get surprised about the way things sell from Dollar Tree and stuff like that. And it took me a while to figure out, well, yeah, not everybody has access to a Dollar Tree, even though there's dollartree.com. But so, yeah, it's a matter of whether they can find that item where they live. It's sometimes cheaper for them just to order it off of eBay. So. But I like going to Dollar Tree and checking things out like that. My problem is that our Dollar Tree, which is a 15-minute drive from here, 10-minute drive from here, you have no phone reception inside that building. It's a big metal building, and there's just no phone reception. So I can't scan anything while I'm in there, and that's frustrating to me. Okay. Get this copied. An itch in my eyeball. Okay. And I'm going to just do $17.99. Go with that one for now. And how much do you weigh? Because you guys are heavy. You are 2 pounds, so you're going to be 3 pounds by the time I get you packaged. So 3% promotion. Save as draft. I'll get these photographed and finish the listing. And then we will start working on List Perfectly so you guys can see that. Okay, just a couple more photographs. All right. And get these loaded in. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. That's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't count. There is a YouTuber. Can't remember his name, but he sources at Dollar Tree a lot. Now, he sells on Amazon, not eBay. But, what is his name? Oh, gosh darn it. I don't remember, but if I manage to remember, I'll let you know. But he's real interesting to watch him go to Dollar Tree because he'll just clean it out. He'll just have cartfuls of things. It's very interesting. He lives on the East Coast somewhere, but I can't remember where. Okay. Photographs are uploaded. So I will resume draft. No, I am not going to do Amazon. I thought about it for a little bit, but I don't have the time for it. And you're gated, meaning you can't sell a lot of different categories. You have to become ungated, and I don't have time for that process. I don't want to deal with it. Plus, and I haven't checked into it a lot because I just decided that it wasn't something I wanted to do. But you have to pay for the storage of your items with them and things like that. And no, because I sell a lot of long tail items that may be on my shelves for months before they sell. And I don't want to pay somebody else for that. I mean, there are pluses, definitely. I mean, I could get my living room back if I sold on Amazon. But, and if you're going to do FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon, there would be no cross posting because Amazon would have the item. So I would be limited to only selling that item on Amazon. That's not my business model. Kudos to the ones who do it that way, but it's just not me. I had a photo not load. I'm not going to worry about it. I overtook photos anyhow, so it's fine. Here we go. Off topic, but we were talking about it a little bit ago. Celestine, as far as Dollar Tree goes, do they have quite a selection of the moon pies? And is it the full-size ones or the minis? Inquiring minds want to know. Only minis? Okay. I like the minis because I don't feel so guilty if I eat 2 of those. They really aren't that bad in calories. I was really surprised. I mean, they're not great. They're still junk food, but I've had worse things. Okay. All that is done. Oh, before I forget, I said 3 pounds because I wanted to keep track of the weight, and I will show you why in just a second. Okay, active listings. All right, so I've got my 3 listings done. You have 7 or 8 Dollar Trees. Yeah, we have, like I said, I have one that is about 10, 15 minutes from here in a neighboring town. We have a Dollar General here, but we don't have a Dollar Tree. And then we have one. We have one in a town about 15 minutes north of here too. I forgot about that. They just opened. No, it's a Dollar General. Never mind. So then we'd have to basically go to Wichita or their suburbs of Wichita. And that's, 30, 45 minutes to go to a Dollar Tree. So I don't get to Dollar Tree as often as I would like. If it was up to me, if there was one here in town, it's probably a good thing there's not a Dollar Tree here in town. If there was a Dollar Tree here in town, I'd probably be there every day like I used to be with Goodwill. Not for reselling, just because I love that everything's $1. I just go, oh, I know how much that is. Oh, I know how much that is. So, all right. So I've got my 3 items here. Oops, I already took it off my screen. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it on full screen for a minute. So there are, just like eBay has different level of stores, List Perfectly has different levels of subscriptions as well. And the higher the level, the more it automatically fills in for you and the less you have to fill in manually every listing. I have the step below the pro level. And I can't honestly remember what business level. I have the business level. The pro level is just a little bit out of my range, dollar-wise, expense-wise. Someday maybe, but right now, no. So I have the business plan level, and it migrates cross posts probably about 80% of what I need. So I still have to manually input some information on just about every listing that I cross post, but it's far more manageable than doing it manually across the board. So to me, it's worth it. I pay about $50 a month for it. But I sell 3 or 4 items on another platform besides eBay, and it's paid for having that subscription. So to me, it's worth it. I have toyed the last month or so with downgrading. Like you can downgrade a store on eBay. I've been thinking of downgrading my List Perfectly, at least temporarily. And I may still do that. Haven't quite decided yet. I'm still kind of on the fence. Just because as I grow my hours outside of reselling, my job, the less time I will have to cross post. So where does it make sense to be? Anyhow, List Perfectly is a Chrome extension. It is an app. I mean, they have a website and you use the website, but you also have a Chrome extension. So you have to use Chrome as your browser, or there's another one, Edge, Microsoft Edge or Chrome to utilize List Perfectly, which is fine because I've used Chrome for years and years and years and years and years and have no plans on changing that. So it works great. But you have to download the Chrome extension to cross post. So basically, I'm going to bring up my other screen here again and show you right up here in this corner here. This is my Chrome extension. And I will go ahead and click on it. Or my Chrome extension, my List Perfectly extension on Chrome. And this shows that I'm logged in. You always want to make sure you're logged in before you start cross posting, because sometimes it does log you out. Excuse me. Now, if I were to click on my products, that would show me what items I have on List Perfectly that I've cross-posted to other venues, other platforms. I'm not going to click on that because I already have it open here. This is what your List Perfectly will look like, your catalog of items that you have cross-posted. And you'll see all your information is on there. It shows you the title, your custom SKU, which is where as you know, where I put my cost of goods sold or the location of where I'm storing the item. And then it'll tell you the price that you have it listed at, or at least the price you cross-posted it at. If you change a price on one, like let's say I've listed on eBay, Mercari, and Etsy, and I change the price on Etsy because they automatically give free shipping on Etsy if it's over a certain dollar amount. So I usually will increase the price on Etsy to cover that shipping cost. So if you do that after you've cross-posted it, I cross-posted it for $19.95, but I want to change it to $29.95 once it's been cross-posted. It's still going to show $19.95 here on List Perfectly. It's not going to keep track of the different pricing for you. Now, it may on the Pro plan. I don't honestly know. I've never used the Pro plan. So I'm not giving you full information. I'm giving you what I know about List Perfectly. Then it shows the platforms that you cross-posted to. So I always start on eBay and then upload my items to List Perfectly and then cross post to another platform. You can also start on List Perfectly. You can do your listing on List Perfectly if you want to. It's just that I started on eBay, got used to using eBay's listing platform. It's what I'm most familiar with, so that's what I keep doing. But you can start on List Perfectly if you want. Anyhow, so it shows all the platforms that you've listed it to. It shows when you did that, when you uploaded it to List Perfectly. And then the whole reason that I was writing down how much pounds or how much each item that I just listed weighed is because I use their notes section to write that in there manually. I'll type it in there using the edit function so that when I'm cross posting, I know how much to charge for shipping for each different platform. Okay. So, excuse me. I'm going to go back to the active listings on Etsy, eBay. And you see this here, this little blue circle, and you'll see it on every listing. Okay. That is the List Perfectly Chrome extension that tells you it's logged, that you're logged in, and that you can do some copying if you want to. I'm going to scroll down here just a little bit. And this is a feature that I love about List Perfectly. Wow, brain fart. And I say that, and then for some reason it's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? Now, I know I have these cross-posted, so why is it not showing up? Normally, it'll show over here that it's copied, meaning I've already cross-posted it. Make sure I'm still logged in. I am. Oh, maybe I turned that off. I was messing with the settings earlier. I very well could have turned off the settings. Hang on. Yeah, show copied status. I turned that off for some reason. Okay, that's fine. And I want to click. Oh, I know what it is. I updated the version of List Perfectly earlier, and it changed some of my settings. So I have to fix that real quick. Okay, now we're good. So once this closes, it should show. It's got to catch up to me now. I'll go back up here to the top. Oh, technical difficulties. Do not like. I know that's listed because I just saw it in there. All right, let me just refresh this page. Maybe I can get it to show up for you. I kid you not. Paul comes in here earlier, says something about my internet, and he jinxed me. He just jinxed me. And then he ran away. Shame on him. Wow, slow computer. I have to remind myself next time to restart my Chromebook before I start a live. Maybe that'll help. I have a bad habit of not restarting my Chromebook very often until it starts giving me problems. Okay. Scroll down here to ones that I know are cross-posted. Slow computer, not List Perfectly's problem. It is my problem. It's normally much faster when you're not doing a live stream. Okay, there we go. So see, it'll say underneath that circle or beside the circle, somewhere around there. I've kind of got my screen smaller than usual, but it'll say copied, meaning it's telling me that it has already been cross-posted to List Perfectly. Okay. So up here at the top, these are the 3 listings that I just put in this evening, and those are the 3 I'm going to concentrate on tonight. So to start uploading those to List Perfectly, I will hit Start Selecting, and then I will click 1, 2, 3, like that, and stop. And then you can automatically do List Perfectly and all these other platforms, but I always just do List Perfectly first and then do other platforms. It to answer your question, Celestine, they've just added some new ones. So you've got Grailed, Mercari, Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, Tradesy, Facebook Marketplace, Depop, Kidizen, Shopify, and Instagram. The ones that I use with regularity are Mercari, Poshmark, eBay, of course, Etsy, and Facebook Marketplace. Occasionally, I will use Instagram. I have not done, I don't have a Shopify store. I have been scared away from Depop. Kidizen and Tradesy and Grailed, I have not tried. I am toying with Grailed. Toying with it. I need to do more research on that. I do know they also have just started Heroin. It's a new platform. I don't know much about them, but I know that in the List Perfectly group that I belong to, they have talked about the new platform called Heroin, and it's heroin with an E on the end. It is not the drug. But yeah, so you've got quite a few, and they're always adding new platforms. They just have to get the platform up and running first, you know. So anyhow, this is where you would click that you want those 3 listings, and you can do more than 3. I'm just showing you 3 tonight. You want those 3 listings to upload to List Perfectly's catalog. So that's what I have clicked here. You see it's off and it is on. And then I click copy. And this will take just a little bit. Again, I have a slow computer right now because I am live streaming. So it'll take longer than normal. But I'm going to go ahead and bring back my face. While it's doing that, I can see it in the background. It's up and running. Then we will go from there. But it is right now it is copying over the listing, the photographs, everything that whatever level of List Perfectly you have paid for, everything that you have paid for will transfer over to List Perfectly. And then you go from there. Or like I said, you can do it from eBay straight to another, but then you're not getting the bookkeeping, the catalog on List Perfectly if you bypass them completely. You can do it. There's no penalty for it. It's just I like being able to go to List Perfectly and immediately see what every item has been cross-posted to. So we're working on it. Like I said, it's taking a little bit longer tonight because I've got my live stream going. If I didn't have that bogging down my slow computer, then it would be a lot faster. But it is on the second one right now. So I'm trying to think. I think there's another one that they're working on, adding another platform that they're thinking of adding or trying to add. I can't remember what it's called. I mean, I'll be real honest with you. I had never heard of Tradesy until not too long ago. And I hadn't heard of Heroin until like a week ago. Didn't know anything about it. Still don't know anything about it. I'd rather wait until a platform has worked out most of the kinks before I join in, just to save myself some headaches. Just my opinion. One second here. Just checking progress. It is loading the photographs, so it won't be too much longer. When I'm not running my live stream, I can upload 20 items in 5 minutes. And considering a listing takes me a good 5 minutes each when I'm creating a listing, and it used to take a lot longer before I got used to it, I think that's a pretty great time saver. Okay, 1 second. Just kind of moving these over to my other window because when I closed the other window, they jumped over here. So I just want to keep it all on one window. Easier for me as the live stream operator. So I will go ahead and bring this back up, and you can see here that this is the first listing. I'm going to skim real fast and I'll come back to this. So there's your first listing, your second listing, your third listing. Okay, so the first listing, you'll see here, it's already uploaded all of the photographs that I took. It will up to 10, 12. I think it's 12 photos. I can't remember. And then it did your product title exactly how I have it. Your description is exactly what I typed into eBay. Brand, color, material, size or fit. If I had put a size or fit in there, that would be automatically populated. And you've got your keywords, which here's where it puts in your price. I listed it on eBay for $17.99. So it's got that already in there. My custom SKU that I marked as gift is in there. Quantity is in there. If I had 5 of these, it would show that I had 5 of these, whatever I put in eBay. And then under inventory and sales is where it shows what platforms it has been listed to. So right now, the only one it has linked or marked is eBay, because I transferred my listing from eBay to List Perfectly. So it shows here that I have it listed on eBay, and then it shows the eBay item number right here. Once I cross-post it to other platforms, those platforms will be highlighted here, and their numbers will be placed down here. Their item numbers will be placed down here. See, they have heroin right here, but they didn't have heroin on the cross-post page. So it just hasn't been updated yet. And then you can also, it gives you a field where you can add in any seller notes you want. Okay. So seller notes is where I put my weight, because I don't pay for the pro plan that automatically puts weight in there. So these mugs were going to be 3 pounds when packed up. So I just put 3 pounds in there, and then I save to exit, or save and exit. And I can move on to the next one. And I'm going to put 2 pounds in it, because that's how much it's going to weigh boxed up. And the third one is also 2 pounds. Do I do this with every listing? No, but I'm trying to make myself do it with every listing, because it saves me a lot of time when I'm cross-posting. All right. So I've saved the 3, so I can kill all the pages once they finish saving, because I have one here already that's up. I don't need to have all these pages open at once. Okay, so let me refresh, and it will show those 3 as being on eBay. So there are my 3 listings that we just transferred, and they are showing that they are at eBay. Now, all 3 of these I want to transfer, or I want to cross-post to Facebook Marketplace, and I want to cross-post them to Mercari. I don't cross-post everything to Poshmark, and I don't cross-post everything to Etsy. I may end up putting some of these on Etsy, but I haven't decided yet. Etsy, you get charged per listing, so I don't put everything on there either. Keep my costs low. So, but I do know that I want to list all 3 of these on Facebook Marketplace and Mercari. So again, I come up here to where it says start selecting, and then I highlight those 3, and then I hit stop, and I know that I want to cross-post them to Mercari, and I want to cross-post them to Facebook Marketplace. So I've clicked both of those, Mercari and Facebook Marketplace, and I hit copy. So now what it did earlier when it went from eBay to List Perfectly, now it is going from List Perfectly to Mercari, and from List Perfectly to Facebook Marketplace. So what will happen is I will have 6 open windows here in just a little bit. 3 for Mercari, 3 for Facebook Marketplace. These will take just a little bit longer, because like I said, I'm doing 6, not 3. 3 listings, but to 2 different platforms. So I'm going to adjust this for a second. Okay, I just want to take a look here. and see what was hiding behind this window. I'll scroll this up here. I'll show you where it's uploading the photos. What it'll do is open some of these up first and then upload the photos. So there they go. This is a Mercari listing page. So it has listed, or it has cross-posted the four photos. Wow, the 8 photos. Now, the only problem with this is that Mercari has a 40-character limit on their title, whereas eBay has 80. So my titles always get cut off. They are slowly rolling out longer titles in Mercari, but I haven't been rolled out yet. So I always have to make sure my title is not chopped off in the middle of the word. This one actually chopped off right at the end of the word, and I'm happy with that. So then I have to enter my tags. Again, the Pro plan would automatically have those in there if you started there. It's easy enough for me to put on here. Milk pitcher. Okay, there we go. Creamer. Vintage. I just choose three tags. And then my category will be pitcher, no brand, good quality. I always do good quality, even if it's like new, just because I'd rather undersell than oversell, you know. And then here's where I change my weight. This is, what are we looking at? Hang on a second. I got to talking. And I've already forgotten what we're doing. Oh, the pitcher. That's right. Okay. So this is where I'm going to change my weight. It's going to be 2 pounds. So I change my weight to 2 pounds. Select carrier. I go with priority mail, even though FedEx Smart Post is cheaper, just because I'm having some issues with FedEx Smart Post lately. Make sure you aren't clicking UPS Ground when you don't have UPS drop-offs in your hometown like me. I've accidentally had to go 20 minutes west of here to drop off a UPS package when I've accidentally marked it UPS, not USPS. All right. The one thing that you have to think about, and this is a Mercari thing, not a List Perfectly thing. I have the item listed for $17.99. It shows in Mercari as $17. It rounds down, not up. So I just change it to 18. And if I don't change it, it's $1. It's not that big of a deal. I turn off smart pricing, basically because I just don't like smart pricing. And list. And then I can move on to the next one, which should be the same item, but this time for Facebook Marketplace. And it is still creating the photos. So we're going to let that rest for a second. We'll go back here to Mercari. But you will see here that it is slowly loading because of the live stream. But there's my listing. Photo will show up here in a second. There's my listing with all of my information. And it's good to go. So I can close that one. I'm a little bit afraid that because I've got the live stream going, I may have some photo loading issues because I do have that when my internet's being taxed too much. So we'll see if these other photos load. If not, I can fix that later. It's not a big deal, and it's not an issue of List Perfectly. It's an issue with my internet and my computer. So this is the second listing. Again, it's still waiting on photos too. So, all right, we'll give this a couple of minutes. Oh, there, it's loading the other photos now. Again, this is a computer issue and an internet issue. It's not a List Perfectly issue. I have a terrible internet and I have a slow computer. Not the fault of List Perfectly. And again, if I'm not doing the live stream, this is so much faster. So you can see where it's a big time saver if you're doing a lot of cross-posting. And I don't cross-post every day. I usually will wait until the weekends and I'll sit my laptop in my lap and I'll have YouTube going on my TV or something like that, or a movie or something like that. And I will just cross-post everything that I've listed for the week. It's just the way that I do it. All right, it's getting there. So this is Facebook Marketplace. This is how you list things on there. It should have 2 more photos loading. One more. One more. Come on, you can do it, computer. All right. And you see it's put in everything. And it rounds up, not down. So it shows up at 18, even though I have it listed as $17.99. These are just things you get used to. You know after a while that that's what it's going to do. So I'm just filling in the blanks, the things that didn't automatically transfer over, which really isn't that much. And when my computer's working a little faster, it's really not bad at all. Color, I will put in here. I think this has multicolor. Yeah, multicolor. Material, ceramic. Ugh. They don't have ceramic on here. Well, why not? Stoneware. I'll just do stoneware. Product tags. On Facebook Marketplace, I usually will do vintage. Oh, come on, computer. Don't be so slow. You're being silly now. Vintage. Milk pitcher. Creamer. Floral. Flowers. Vintage baby by Gina. I know you can't see any of that. I'm typing for no reason. Come on, computer. Stop being so slow. Oh, this is frustrating. I sure hope I'm still. There we go. It's catching up. I hope I'm still streaming. I always put as one of the tags my actual name, Vintage Baby by Gina. It's just an easy way for people to search all my items. All right, then I go to next. This is where I would put in that 2 pounds. 1 to 2 pounds. And then I always check this. Priority mail is $9. I love their rates because Facebook's rates, because $9 for 2 pounds here, and Mercari is $12 for 2 pounds. It's just whatever they've negotiated with the post office. All right, so make sure that I've got USPS on there and not UPS. I do accept offers on Marketplace. Click next, hit publish, and it is good to go. Once these others get loaded, which again are being very slow tonight, it's a lot faster getting this done, but I'm fighting lag with my computer. Probably showing up on the live stream that way too. I'm probably being a little fuzzy or jerky or something like that. Okay, it is listed. So that one item on the 2 platforms it's now cross-posted. All right, we're ready for the second item. This is the gravy boat. So gravy, Pfaltzgraff, Snow Village. Wow, I love typing and then watching it type after me. Gravy boats as the category. Good, even though it's really like new. Good. Select color. Mercari doesn't have a multicolor. I don't know why they don't, but they don't. So I'll just choose white because that's the main color. Again, 2 pounds. So I will change this to 2 pounds. Select carrier, USPS priority mail. Set price, I had it at $16.99. I'm going to change it to $17 because it rounded down. Turn off smart pricing, list, and that's done. See, that was a lot faster. Then we can go over here to the Facebook Marketplace listing. Again, it's still loading the photos just because it's A terrible computer. Dinnerware. Condition. Oh, it's very slow. Condition. Good. Scroll down. Color. They do have multicolor, so I will choose that. Material, ceramic and porcelain, or maybe they just have porcelain. Yeah, they just have porcelain. I'm going to put porcelain even though it's really not technically porcelain. It's close enough. It gets the idea. So my tags are Pfaltzgraff, Snow Village, Gravy Boat, Vintage, Vintage Baby by Gina. Okay. Now let's see if all my photos have... Nope, still waiting on a few photos, so I can't go to the next page yet. But you get the idea. If my computer was faster, it would be a lot easier for you to see what I was doing. Normally, I could pop these out in a minute if I wasn't waiting on everything to load tonight. And go back over to Macari on this and just show that it has listed. Everything's filled in. Yep. So I can close that window. So 1 or 2 more photos to load. 2, I believe. And then we can just skip right to the next page on this one because I've already filled everything in. Last photo to load. Okay. Scroll down here. Next. Package details. 2 pounds. I want to make sure that it is USPS priority. It is. Hit next. Accept offers. Next. And publish. And then that one's done. So now we can go on to the third item. Once I'm just making sure that this goes through. Stupid slow computer. Funky cold Medina. Stupid slow computer. Okay. All right. So it is listed. All right. Then the last item are the stoneware mugs. The last thing that I listed. Again, this is a Macari thing, not a List Perfectly thing where it cuts off my title. So I'm just going to change that to say set of 2 home and garden party mugs or fruit mugs. Do I have room for fruit? No. Fruit mug. So I will change and to an ampersand. And there we go. All right. Mug, home and garden party, fruit. And coffee mugs. No brand. Good. Oops. I hit the wrong button. No brand. There we go. Good. Select color. They do not have, I've got to remember they don't have multicolor. What color do I want to make this? Beige, I guess. And this was 3 pounds. So we will change it to 3 pounds. Select carrier, USPS. 3 pounds. It says it's a slow sale. It might be, but it's what I'm going to list it for. So list, done. We'll come over here to Facebook Marketplace. And it's still loading photos. It's loading photos a lot slower than Macari, so I'm starting to think that's a Facebook Marketplace issue. So I'll just go back over here to my Macari listing just to make sure everything looks okay, but I'm sure it does. Okay, so it is loaded. Just waiting on this Facebook one to get the mug photos loaded. I'll go ahead and scroll down and get the rest of this done. So set of 2 home and garden party, Italian fruit, blah, blah, blah. Mugs. Condition is good. Color is multicolor. Material is stoneware. Product tags. Home and garden. Oh, let's type things right. And garden party. Italian fruit, mugs, coffee, tea, cocoa, vintage, baby by Gina, stoneware, just off the top of my head, coming up with product tags. Grapes, pears. Okay, you know the drill. All right. And I think we are done with photos. That's good. We can move on to the next. Package details, 3 pounds, 2 to 5 pounds will work. USPS priority mail, double check that. Set my offers to be allowed and publish. And once that's done, then I can show you back on list perfectly. Sales were slow this weekend. It was a terrible weekend. Answer your question, Celestine. It was very, very slow. Okay, so it is listed. So then you can go back here to your list perfectly catalog. Just after you're done with this, you can just click anywhere and it'll go away. So you see it's still showing eBay, but once I hit refresh, it should show eBay, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace. And all right, this is an issue that I actually have a ticket on. I was hoping it was fixed, but this was my way of checking it. I actually have a service ticket with List Perfectly right now, because for some reason when I'm cross-posting to Facebook Marketplace, it's then I started to use my hand to show you instead of my cursor, my mouse here. It's not showing Facebook Marketplace, even though it is cross-post to Facebook Marketplace. I thought it had been fixed, or I probably wouldn't have done this tonight. Any app, any program, any website's going to have issues occasionally. This is not a big deal, and this is something List Perfectly is working on. I just thought they had fixed it already. So anyhow, if you click on the little edit icon and scroll down on your listing, you will see that Mercari is now highlighted. So is, or Mercari's item number is now on here. And it should have Facebook's item number, and Facebook up here should be highlighted. It is not, so I'm going to have to go in there and manually do that, which is a pain and it's frustrating. But quite honestly, the perks of using List Perfectly outweigh the problems that I'm having. And this is just an issue that's happened over the weekend. So, I mean, it's been a holiday. They're not going to spend a lot of time fixing it, although they have been in contact with me on the weekend. So that right there shows me how committed they are to customer service, because it's a holiday weekend and they still reached out to me when I sent in my ticket, my service ticket. So, and it wasn't an automated response. It was actually a person talking to me. So that means a lot. I'm glad that I did this. I'm not so glad that I did it on live stream, but I'm glad that I did it because they were wanting me to check to see if it was still acting up. And it is. They did mention, however, that it could very possibly be my internet connection. So that may be what the deal is. So I'm not going to get upset with List Perfectly, and I'm not going to blast List Perfectly for that. It's just one of those things that happens. When you sell something, I'm trying to find one. I don't want to actually delete something, but I can go take you through the steps. Let's say that I sold this Ranger melting pot. I'm using it because I've only got it on eBay. So if I screw it up and accidentally delete it, it'll be easy for me to upload again. So let's say that I sold this Ranger melting pot, but I had it listed on eBay and Mercari. I sold it on eBay. So you don't want it to sell on Mercari too, if you only have one of the items. So what you would do is come to your oh my God, come to your catalog, your List Perfectly catalog, and you up at the top, you could type in whatever the item is that you just sold. So I'm going to say melting pot, because that's what it is. It's a Ranger melting pot, and it brings up that listing. And then you would click on Edit Entry. It's going to bring up your entry, scroll down to your inventory and sales. Then you would click here where it says sold. Click sold. It's going to come up, and I'll just do it. And it's going to come up with this pop-up that says listing will be ended or removed on platforms. And you click OK. I'm not going to do that. But you click OK. And what it does is for every platform that you have highlighted here, it's going to bring up that item page. So it's going to bring up that item, the melting pot on eBay. It's going to bring up the melting pot on Mercari. It's going to bring up the melting pot on Facebook Marketplace, wherever else you have it listed. It's going to bring up those pages, and it's going to either automatically, because different platforms work differently, it's either going to automatically just delete that item for you, or it's going to ask you if you want it deleted. Like Facebook Marketplace will come up with a little pop-up and says, did the item sell? And you mark whether it sold elsewhere, sold on Facebook Marketplace, didn't sell, or I'd rather not answer. I think those are your 4 options. And you click on that, and then it deletes it off of that platform. So you have one place to go to delete it off of all the platforms. And right there, that is such a savings of time. Such a savings of time. So that's how the deleting of the item works. If you decide that you only want to list it on eBay, but you had already listed it on Mercari and Facebook, you can just come over here, and let's say Mercari is highlighted because you've cross-posted it. You just click on that and unhighlight it, and it will remove it. So it works out really well. I love List Perfectly. Like I said, every item or every program out there is going to have issues, and that's unfortunately I'm having one right now with List Perfectly, but I know it'll get resolved. It's an easy peasy fix, and for me it's not going to take that much time to manually enter those numbers. I mean, I've did 3 listings. It's not going to take that long to fix, but I'm aware of it. They're aware of it. They're working on it. What can I say? Well, there was some strange music outside. Caught me by surprise there. But that's basically List Perfectly in a nutshell. It's a lot more involved if you want it to be. I use it in a very basic manner, and it works great for me. But did that help at all, Celestine? I'm starting to think that maybe I'm talking to myself again. Oh, okay. It does work, yes. And it saves you a lot of time. I mean, I can't imagine on the nights that I'm not doing a live stream and bogging down my computer, there have been nights where I have cross-posted 100 items. I can't imagine how long that would take for me to manually cross-post to multiple platforms, 100 items. But I can get it done in one evening. So, and to have a place that lists, shows me right there in black and white, every platform I have an item on. And you can access this on your phone. It's not an app form. You would use it in your browser on your phone, but you can access it. It doesn't have full functionality like it would if you were on your laptop or your computer, but it gets you by. Like if I'm out and about and I have a sale on Mercari, and I go, oh, I know I have that on eBay, because if it's listed for me, everything's on eBay, and then certain things are on other platforms. So if I sell something on another platform, I know it's on eBay as well. And I can just go right to the List Perfectly app, double check. Yeah, it's on eBay. It's on Facebook Marketplace. Go get those removed from my phone, and then deal with actually changing it on List Perfectly when I get back. But at least I'm not double selling an item. But I show 3 people in here I did have a third finger. It just didn't show up. I show 3 people in here. Who's in here? Who's just lurking? I just want to say hi to you, but I can't say hi to you if I don't know your name. Oh, anyhow. I just realized this was Indy 500. Is that this week or is that Labor Day weekend? I used to know that, and it's been so long since I've watched the race, I can't remember. Oh, I just thought about that. I think it was today. I don't know. Maybe it is Labor Day. Labor Day. I don't know. Anyhow, I would like to have watched it if I'd thought about it. Indy 500. Is that this weekend or is that Labor Day weekend? I can't remember. I used to love the Indy races, Indianapolis 500. Used to watch it every year, but I haven't watched it in a number of years. So, yeah, it was today. Okay. Dang. I could have found it streaming somewhere if I'd thought about it. Oh, well, I had other things to do today. But all right. I think I have about talked myself out tonight. I've been going for almost an hour and 45 minutes. But I did something a little bit new. I had never shown you guys list perfectly before. I wish that there hadn't been that little issue with the Facebook Marketplace, but I think it's a Facebook Marketplace issue more than it is a list perfectly issue. But we're going to have to delve deeper into it, me and the List Perfectly team. But I showed you that today. I did show you a couple of new things. No dolls for Paul. Even though he's not here to protect himself. I didn't bring out any dolls tonight because he was complaining that I was listing too many dolls. They creep him out. So showed a couple other things. Showed you that. Showed you Buddy earlier. I don't know if you were here for that, Celestine, but Buddy made an appearance for just a couple of minutes. And I think that's about it. I did go live twice on Saturday, so I think I've put in my live hours for the weekend. I will be going live again next Saturday, the 5th, at 7 p.m. Central Time. Not sure what we'll do yet, although I do already have my title picked out. And that's about it. I will say, if anybody ever wants to go live with me, I do have StreamYard, so I can send you the link. Just hit me up, let me know, and I will give you the link, and you can join me, and we can have a conversation on screen. So, anyhow, until next time, have a good week. Be good to yourself. You are worth it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.